on Loving Spoonfuls, another nonna or bubby or popo is featured whipping up traditional ethnic dishes with the really charming host David Gale.
Hi, I'm David Gale. Today on Loving Spoonfuls, we'll be cooking with Zorba the Greek.
He's the host, and she's one of the grannies who opened her kitchen and cooking secrets to the nation. Please welcome David Gale and Barbara Howard.
He flirts with them, he dances with them, he throws them across the table and gives them kisses. It's an utterly charming show.
David, I declare I enjoy making this pie with you.
I get a different grandmother every episode. I get invited into a grandmother's home, a different ethnic grandmother, and we learn about her. We go shopping to her favorite place.
You can sit right in here and I'll push you out. Hannes loopt op klompen, simple, sample, sompen. Nooit niet worden nat.
Do you always buy a turnip that's the size of your head?
No.
That's a heavy turnip.
He hates cutting these things.
He hates cutting them?
Yes,
So let's get
yes.
him the most difficult one to cut. You gotta push. Okay, let me try.
Ah.
So you find a grandma, you bring them into the studio, and they cook.
No, there's no studio. We go to their house.
Well, you think it's warming up.
Shine on.
Can you do this? It's one of the head movements. Wow, look at him. See, that's good. Now, if you do it big, you're a man. If you do it small, you're a woman. And if you like this, and you do it very small, then you're from the courts, from the high
Which way? Like
courts.
this?
Yeah, that's right. Like
Now,
this.
what does this mean? The essence of this show is the grandmother, not the food. I believe that the food of the show is a conduit to the grandmother.
The focus is as much on the character and the culture of the grandmother being presented, as well as the food.
It's more than a cooking show because there's a very special atmosphere from the grandmothers.
Now, when I was a little girl, this was one of our favorite games. But it's been almost 50 years.
These are people that are not often portrayed on television. They tend to be seen as either irrelevant or kooky and really not portrayed for who they are, which is people with a real body of experience.
At that time, prejudice was very bad.
Mm-hmm.
My dad would ask us, how was her day at school? And Dad, kids are always calling me Indian.
It was racism all over the States, as I said.
Oh, yeah, and all of a sudden he started running after him, and everybody else was running, and he killed him.
My father got assassinated.
Your father did?
He got assassinated, yeah. Got killed by the Germans.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, that was in October 1944. And I never forget that.
One of the things we try and do with Loving Spoonfuls is to bring in other characters, and that's when the shows really get interesting. Often a daughter or a husband, and the dynamic is, it's very universal. I mean, every mother drives every daughter a little bit crazy in some way.
There you go.
What was Rose like as a girl?
She was a good kid.
Yeah?
Yeah, right. Oh, did you see? Wait, did you catch the little eye there?
I didn't
She
see
gave
it.
the
I
little
didn't see
eye
what-
like that. She went like this, David. Like that. She did it her way.
She did it her way. And so...
Everything was Rosie's way. You never tell me I'm good. You tell him he's good, and he's not even half good as I am.
You tell her she's good right now. It's your chance to tell her she's good.
Tell me
her
I'm
she's
excellent.
good.
She's good?
Yeah. You tell her.
Tell me I'm great.
Go on.
Great?
Yeah, tell her she's great.
Okay, she's great.
No, but say it like you mean it. Give her a little kiss. Come on, kiss each other. We have to show that you love each other. Come on.
I love her, but I can't stand
Give her a
her.
kiss already.
But,
You love her. Oh, look at that.
I'm hearing such things today. It was worth everything. All the work and everything, and all the hoo-ha. All the hoo-ha.
All the who and the ha.
And the ha.
I think that My favorite aspect of the show is being surprised. You never know when the pot is going to boil over. You never know when the grandmother is going to say something that will trigger a completely different idea that we've been working on. And then to just be free enough to be present in the moment and be listening, all of those combined, I think is a difficult task. And then to sing and dance.
And now the letters are getting cold.
He's constantly being thrown for a loop by these grandmothers who don't know the rules of television. You ask them a question, you actually get an honest answer often instead of some sort of glossed over, scripted thing. With David working off of them, there's a lot of surprises.
There's a difference between sex with Chinese and you people.
You people?
You people, you Westerners.
You said there was no difference.
No, but we talk about sex. Like when we're married, we don't even talk about sex. Because we
Too busy doing it? How do you stay strong and healthy?
Yes, drink lots of water and a little bit rum and coke 3 times in a day.
Are these energy drinks down here?
Oh, yes, some of them, yeah.
Yes. Quick, we gotta pay to get out of here. I got lots of energy now. Come on, come.
They gonna say real wacky.
They know we're wacky.
As we were planning the show, I was looking around for who would be the best host. I went through the typical ideas of the stand-up comic, the people who write cookbooks, and I really had to look no further than my best friend, David Gale, an actor, improviser, singer, choreographer, director, dancer.
We have over the years been doing amateur versions of this. We traveled a lot all over the world.
And we would travel with small, high-8 cameras. When I watched David's charms really engage people, often people who didn't even speak any English.
We found that there was a lot of humor that was developed through these meetings. So I guess Alan knew that there was a germ of idea here. And his aunt, who was an amateur actress and quite a personality, seemed like a great person to initiate the idea with. So
we packed up, we went to Winnipeg to shoot my Auntie Ruthie for the pilot, doing her traditional favorites, chicken soup and potato pierogies, and she was delightful.
Wish I would have you here all the time.
Thank you. I wish I could be here all the time.
Would that be nice?
Yes.
See?
What would Maury say, though, if I was here all the time? Your husband.
Hey, Maury can't see on one eye, so you would always
So I'll have to stand on the right?
You would be on the other side.
Oh, Juanita, won't you cook for me? So set a spell and share some southern hospitality.
Yeehaw! Great! That's good. You can come slower off the sunbeam there.
Director's job is really to just bring up the energy of the whole experience. It's a fun show to direct.
Wendy Hopkins has been doing a lot of television, film, and comedy. Gail Singer has a strong feeling about working with women and working with food. Myra Fried has got her unique sort of neurotic look at life and grandmothers. All of these have only added to the mix. The producer, Alan Novak, is the key element to the show. I think it's his baby, and he takes the raw material, like in a recipe, he knows how to boil it down to a true reduction. So it's really the essence of everything, and with humor, and with love.
It's a cliche, but I believe that the secret ingredient in our show is love. And I think that the grandmothers do it with love. They're up there with love. They are the repositories. They hold on to the traditions and the stories and sometimes the morality and the wit of another generation.
Let me put it this way, I can't wait till I'm a grandmother so I can be on this show.